Morning, guys. Back out here in Anna, finishing up this fence job. I got the, actually I don't know where the video left off last time. I think I might have shut it off when that Longhorn was up there banging around on the truck. That might have been the end of the last video. I didn't work much longer after that anyway. But today we're going to let me actually turn you around. I got this little new section of fence here. I got it stitched in on that side. I brought some wood here. I'm gonna attach it right here and use the tractor, pull it back that way and stretch it. And then I'll come and tie this up and then stitch it into the existing fence. And then I've got, from where the new starts, I got to go all the way up to the gate and retie that fence. And then there's a handful of spots down through here. Most of it is down here in this low area. I'm gonna pull that fence back over and tie it. And then clean up my mess and get this old wire out of here. And this part of it will be done. The steps go up there at the, behind the mother-in-law's house. I got those built and they're at the shop waiting to go. They're pretty heavy. It's basically a 6x4 platform with 2 steps on it, all out of 2x8s and 2x12. So it's a pretty heavy donkey petting platform. So I might have to load that up on the trailer, and I don't know. That'll be it for another day. We'll have to figure out how to get it in because I got to squeeze it between that fence and get it set in place. But that's a problem for another day. Right now we're going to, I'm going to get you guys set up and we'll get this fence stretch. So stick around. All right. What I'm going to do, I got these 2 pieces of 2x6. This basically, we put the extra piece of fence and the strap through here, and they get screwed together. And that way I can hook that other end of the strap to the tractor and pull it, and it'll pull, the strap will be in the middle, and it'll pull that fence uniformly without stretching the pockets on the wire. So let me get that bolted up and we'll get going on that. Get the knots out of my strap. I'll run this strap through this fence like that. Then I need my drill and my screws. Undo this temporary wire tie right there. Doesn't help having all this tall grass out here. Alright. Really? Really? Put that guy right there. Get some screws started on it. It's grass. It's killing me. Alright. That should be good enough to get a little tug on. Alright, let's get that hooked up on the tractor and see how she works. Worst part about this is I gotta climb the fence to get back over there. Oh yeah. That wasn't that bad. Get this stuff out of the way. Make sure I don't spill my coffee. that. That's that. Let me get the tractor moved so it's ready to go. This thing doesn't have a hitch on the back, so turn you a little bit so you can see. And I'll get you turned back when I start pulling. Let's move you back here. See if you can see any better. I don't know if you can tell or not, but there's fences wobbly. Let me do a little pull on it. See that stretching out? Looks pretty tight right there. Oh yeah, nice and tight. Yeah, so that's good. So I'll come back through here now and I'll pull this down where it needs to go, get it strapped on. This end down here, I'll bring it down here in a second and show you, but this end's got to go down before I stitch it in. So what I'll do is I'll get it tied all the way to here and on this top bar. And then I know it doesn't need to go any further this way, so I'll tie a couple on this post so it can't pull back. And then I'll let the slack off and I'll scoot it down. Let me get this tractor shut off so we can all hear ourselves think. Pliers, my wire. I'm gonna start wiring this puppy up. I put some temporary on here the other day. And it looks like I put them in a pretty good place, because they don't need to be I'll put one more on this one. In this new section, we'll put 3 on the top rails and 3 down the side rails. That should keep it holding pretty good. Get you guys move back a little so you can see. I'm not sure how much of that you saw. But basically, I cut myself a little, cut my little piece of wire and I throw it on the ground. I just cut a loop off the spool, just like that. Pull that wire up where it needs to be. And then twist her up. Hammer it down, and then I move the twist to the back side of the post. That way if the horses are over here and they put their neck over the fence, they don't get it hung on that twist, cut themselves. So I know not everybody does that, but if you have horses and you don't like paying vet bills, you should do that. Just my opinion. But what do I know? What do I know? That one is actually good. So I got 1, 2, 3. That's where it's stitched in. There's 1, 2, 3 on there. This one's already got 1 on it, so we'll add 2 more. Again, same thing. Get it where it needs to be. Pull them over. Twist them up. Let's see. You can twist this wire too much, like that, and it breaks. So don't over twist it. Let's try this again. I gotta say, these are not my favorite pliers, but it's all I had in the truck, so they're gonna have to work. I think these are more electrical type pliers than fence pliers. But they'll do in a pinch. In a pinch. Get it? Alright. Move you guys down a little. I gotta tell you, I know I should be, but I really don't like working in gloves. I built those steps and didn't wear gloves. And of course, what do you know, I got a splinter in my stupid hand. But I still think I would pick a splinter over wearing gloves. It just makes it harder to work. The only exception I have to that is when it's cold, because I don't mind gloves when it's cold. Oh, I just realized you guys are sitting there looking at my back. I probably should move you over here so you can see what I'm actually doing. Probably not very helpful staring at my dumb back. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. You can see good enough. So basically, catch the wire. Like I said, we're going to do 1, 2, 3 on all these posts. Fold it over so you got pretty much equal wire on both sides. Grab it and twist it. And then twist it too far so it breaks. Yeah. If you don't get the first twist good and your wire is not pretty tight at the very beginning, if you're like me, I always try to twist it a little further to try to get that little tighter, and then I break the wire. So I'm going to try not to do that on this one. Yeah, that's better. And then same thing on these. All right, you obviously don't want this jagged piece sticking out towards your livestock. So I always push it to the back and bend it over. That way nothing can get at it, nothing can hurt themselves on it. Well, I say that. Cows and horses, if there's a way, they'll find it. But hopefully they don't. That's the goal. Keep them safe. About in the middle. Try to start off tight. If you don't get these tight, the ones on the top aren't as important for tension. They're just keep the cows and horses from pushing the fence back. But if you don't get these tight, when I let the slack off, which the fence it'll loosen up a little when I let the slack off. But if you don't get these tight, they'll spin and you'll have big sags in your fence, which is obviously not the goal. And then one at the bottom. to the back, bend it over. I'm gonna come back once I get all this top done. I'll come back and put a couple here to keep it on that guide wire at the bottom. All right, that one's got 1, 2, so I need to put one more on that one. Up here. Wind is pretty brutal today. You guys, I don't know if you can hear it or not with this. I'm wearing this DJI microphone. It does a pretty good job of blocking the wind, but it's howling. Okay, nice and tight. Move on down. All right, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just gonna go ahead and cut these 5 off. There's 1. 2. 3. I wish I had an assistant. I have my assistant cutting wire for me. If I was doing this, I don't know, a week or so from now, kids would all be off school and I would have one of them out here with me. Although it definitely would not be Emily, because she was somewhere the other day petting a donkey and the donkey bit her finger. So she is no longer a fan of donkeys. And as you guys seen, there's a lot of donkeys out here. So she definitely would not be hanging around this place. Let's go ahead and get this middle section in. Yeah, I am not a fan of these pliers at all. My issue with them is they look like normal wire really? They look like normal wire pliers, but I mean, they got cutters on them like normal. They don't have a cutter on the back side. I don't have a cover on them, which I'm used to. But the edges are really square. So when you grab 2 pieces of wire and try to twist them up, it gets hung on the corner of this thing, and I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. My other plowers, I actually, I don't know if they were rounded from when they were made or if I just rounded them off from using them. Not quite sure, but they work a lot better than these. Either way. Let's go twist this a little more. Down, that's good. All right, back from that little adventure. Time to get finish wiring this up. There's done. Go down this post. Do. Okay, that, there. Okay, do this one and then down this post, and then I'm gonna let that tension off. I'm gonna bring that section down. Actually, with a shovel and dig that out a little, make my life a little easier. So what do I need? We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. One. Two. 3. 4. Made that one a little short. Put that down there on the guide wire part. Donkeys are talking. It's like the pool guy is up there. They probably think it's feeding time. Alright. That's all tied off and tight. That's at least some pressure off of this thing. Let you guys watch and see if it, how much it sags. Not much. I'm going to redo this strap here. My fence doesn't fall over first. Come on, strap. So where I ran this through the fence here, a little higher than I need it, so I need it to come down. Probably right in here. I'm going to go on this side of the post. It'll help me get the twist out of this thing. Yeah, I think right there is the ticket. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just getting the strap put back in the ratchet here. Get this bad boy hooked back up. So it doesn't go anywhere. Like that. And then I'm going to take the old trusty shovel. Little high spots here. Those out so we can get this fence to come down where it needs to be. So I got an old ant pile here. Something. Whatever it is, got to get out of my way. To go in here. Well, I thought I'd left myself enough slack, but apparently I did not. I gotta get some WD-40 on my ratchet. There we go. Dirt is in there. be enough. Actually, I threw that drill out, but I still need that thing. All right, let's see what that looks like. A little more tension here. All right, I think that is gonna work. Actually, see if we can just crank this down with the ratchet strap. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice and tight. And it's down where it needs to be. So what we'll do now, actually, so I should put you over here so you can see. When I cut that old wire out, I left, actually, can you guys see? Yeah. I cut that old wire out. I knocked some of the risers off of it, so I left myself these stitch wires. All these all the way down. So what I'll do is I'll stitch these, wrap these around all the way down, and then I can let my tension off, and my wire is going to be tight where it is. And then I'll get on the back side and I'll cut the new wire, do the same thing, leave some stitch wires on it and stitch it into the other panel on the other side of the post. So let me get my pliers. So the top one's up here, I'll do it last. So I have this one here. Feed it through. Wrap it around that knuckle. Like so. The way it's holding. Then it's just a matter of wrapping it. It's a little difficult to do up here by the post. Can't wrap all the way. Just like that. Do the same thing here. Get it through there. Back around here. This is nice and tight. And wrap it. There's probably a tool for this. I just don't have it. If there isn't, somebody should invent it, because this part sucks. This is one of those parts, though, that it's good to have gloves. Your hands would be torn up if you didn't. Go. There. Back around here. Through there. And wrap. tell you what, it's December here in Texas. December 10th, I think. And I am sweating. Get over there and wire. That guy's done. Strapped in. This top one. Okay. And we can strap this guy up here. Like so. Push that to the back and break it. Yeah. Let's try that again. You. Bend it down. And one more here. And stick 3 new ones on the post. In the world is it Longhorn into up there? I think she just flipped the feed trough over. Or something. Wasn't my truck this time, so I should be grateful for that. Here. Get you around both the wires. New one and the old one. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. The Longhorn's up there rubbing its horns on the barn. She's like, feed me, feed me. Get rid of this. Yeah, we'll just leave it on there. Extra protection. I think, was this the one that was too short? No, I left it down there. I'm talking to myself a lot today. All right, we are ready to release tension on that guy, and I'll get on the other side, cut that excess fence off, make some stitch pieces and stitch it in. And then we'll be off to pinning in or strapping down the rest of it all the way down. All right. Tension's off. Fence is tight. It's holding nice. All right. Let me get on the other side. Who is calling me?